Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Pathfinder Adventures. It's time for 5.3, the Halls of Seduction. Okay, anyway. So in the original version of this scenario, you had to reset your hand and end your turn if you ever picked up an ally, which was kind of a groundbreaking rule for the card game because you really had to think about whether you wanted to pick up those allies or not. In the digital version, it's honestly a little bit weird because remember, you can't choose to pass on a boon, so a character with very high diplomacy and charisma could sometimes, in the computer game, be forced to pick up a stupid ally and end his or her turn, whereas in the physical game, you'd never be forced to. So, kind of a good game in the card game, an annoying rule in the digital version, which has not implemented that rule on passing boons like it's supposed to. Anyway, the the legendary version, or the heroic version, applies the rule to blessings. I honestly don't know how effective this is because I don't know what location, I don't remember what locations are here. I would guess if there was some place like the temple with lots of blessings, that would be a lot more significant. And then there's this rule: if you bury more than one card during a step, banish a buried card. I don't know how relevant that is either. It depends on if the henchmen and or villains have any burying effects. So, let's take a look at our villain and henchman. When you acquire a spell, item, or blessing, bury a card, and the difficulty of all... Oh, God, that's a bad one. Oh, God. Alright, well, if I had failed once, I might mulligan that, but that's just... okay. So anyway, this person's immune to electricity, fire, and poison. It's actually kind of difficult to get at her with a spellcaster. So Sione can't use her ability because that has fire, and lightning bolt doesn't work. I guess force bolt works. Poison blast doesn't. Frost ray. I don't think anyone has a frost ray anymore. Disintegrate works. I don't think Sione has anything that works against Mistress Delvaheen, so that could be a little bit of a problem. On top of that, it's harder to play spells, so this starts that process of every now and then making it difficult for your spellcasters to play spells. So why is the game dicking over spellcasters? No idea, but there it is. And then on top of that, if you have a bunch of spells with the attack trait and weapons in your hand, then it's very likely that another person at your location is about to get dicked. It also can be you. It's a random character at your location, not a random other character. So, yeah, it's a big old bag of dickery for spellcasters, and to a lesser extent, people who have a lot of weapons. And on top of that, she actually doesn't deal normal damage. You have to bury a random blessing from your hand or the entire hand if it has no blessings in it, so Ezrin can get absolutely dicked because he's the guy with no blessings. All in all, a pretty well-designed villain. She's got a lot of shit going on, and a lot of it is quite scary. These sexy ladies are also kind of difficult. They're immune to electricity, fire, and poison, so Sione has a really difficult time against them as well. If I were metagaming this better, I would have given her stuff like Frost Ray and maybe one of Ezrin's Force Bolts. So this could be a definite problem. It's hard to use combat spells against them. They got the whole bury a blessing or the entire hand thing. So really, they're pretty much miniature versions of the villain. Instead of being a combat 25, they're 17, but they're very, very similar. Alright, let's take a look at the situation. We do have the temple, so it's very irritating to have the temple here because when you pick up a blessing, your turn ends. And that means Kira can't just go here and, raffle stomp her way through all of the blessings in there. We got the Academy, which is Ezrin's gem. I'm pretty sure I'm going to put him there. And then we have some Adventure Deck 5 locations. There's the Veils of Pride. So whenever you succeeded a check on your turn, you have to recharge a card. And you can add any of your buried cards to your hand. So it's a pretty cool closed location. One of the only ways in the entire game to get back buried cards. We got this place where you can't play spells. And you have to bury your fucking hand to close this. So I guess this is kind of where you want to put someone who doesn't mind burying their entire hand. Who doesn't? I guess Amiri probably is the least concerned about burying her hand. She has the smallest hand size, only 5 cards. And she can probably, get rid of some stuff and banish it and not care. And we got this place, so allies are easier to pick up. You have to bury an ally if you fail to pick up an ally, and it's charisma diplomacy. Alright, well, we're going to put our... Actually, I could see putting Harsk here, because Harsk doesn't have a lot of allies to bury, so he doesn't care that much about the top part. And then he's got the Crown of Charisma for the bottom part. Let's try it. We'll put Sione at the, well, the problem is if the very top card is the henchman, Harsk gets screwed. Otherwise, he can see it coming. Alright, we'll take a little risk. We'll put her at the other Charisma location. There's actually a bunch of Charisma locations. I guess Sela can go in one of them. Yeah, Sela will go there. And then, let me think about this. So... Whenever Kira picks up a blessing, her turn ends. But she has the most blessings. So I feel like maybe putting her here anyway, just to have her spend a bunch of blessings to explore is fine. And then this is whatever. Either Scylla or Kira are okay, but not great here. No one's really that great there. Okay, so I guess that's how it's gonna be. We'll see how that works. My order's all jacked up from the previous scenario. Let's go and try to put this the way it normally is. There we go. I'm really concerned about Sione. I honestly don't think she has anything that she can use to kill the henchman with. Alright, there's the henchman at the top at the throne room. Very nice. And let's see, do I have a weapon? I don't. Hang on a second, folks. For some reason, my stupid taskbar is not going away. Can you please go away, taskbar? Lock the taskbar. Automatically hide the taskbar. Alright, there we go. Okay. So do I want to punch this thing with my fists? Well, 17 combat. It's gonna be 20 with the fucking driving rain. I don't know. It might be all right. Let's just do it. Let's just get this over with. So we're gonna encounter the Alu Demon Sister. We're gonna flip a card, obviously. Losing a weapon. Excellent. Harsk will shoot an arrow here. Guess we'll shoot. I don't really see much reason for the Ring of Protection. The villain and henchman don't do automatic damage on this one. And I don't want to shoot away my only weapon. Anybody got something like a strength? Strength, perfect. All right, 72%. Get in there. And then you could maybe discard this blessing, which matches Kate and Kalian, which should give me... No. Oh, it's non-combat strength. That's right. I was thinking of some other dwarfy-sounding person. Well, I could go for a Unity of Lemashtu. I have to bury it to get the extra die, don't I? Ah, wait a minute. Why don't I go for a Blessing of Pharasma? I've played Strength, so that should give me 2 dice. There we go. That's just what I needed. Nah, this is not going to be totally trivial because of the stupid driving rain. I know there's a lot of them that I hate. I'm not going to lie. Like, I know I say that I really hate that one or I really hate that other one, but I kind of really hate a lot of them. Now, this is trying to get a D6 or a 6 on these 3 dice, which is not a trivial thing exactly. I am going to play it safe, and I'm going to play one more blessing here. I've seen it fail too many times. It wouldn't have failed that time, but it was actually going to come close to failing. So anyway, she's got 3 cards in there. She's got 2 cures. Actually, why don't we use a healing poultice? There's only a 1 in 4 chance that I waste any of the value, which of course I did. Of course. But there it is. Alright, I'm going to recharge away this armor. I don't think it's actually needed, because none of the villains or henchmen do damage. Lost the strength, unfortunately, but we're going to recharge this, draw a bunch of cards, and hopefully get a weapon. There's my spike chain and my fanged falcon. Very good. Alright, so Amira's up here. She can't play spells, just to bury her whole hand, which is fine. Hellhound. Hell hath no fury like a hound. Right, I gotta roll a 5 on these dice, which I'm not super jazzed about. Alright, Harsk, you're gonna shoot another arrow here. He's not gonna do any exploring. He's just gonna make sure. That was actually gonna be exactly on, I believe. Alright, I blocked the Hellhound's damage. Let's, pop the Sage. No, wait, this is... I have a Staff of Minor Healing, so the right thing to do is actually to play the Blessing to explore. And then Staff of Healing to heal the Blessing, and then let the Sage stay in the discard pile. That's the right way to do it. There's an Ogre. Okay. I guess I'll do this. 86%, huh? I really should have played some of this stuff earlier. I'm going to pop this Incendiary Cloud. It doesn't work against the henchmen or the villains, so I feel like I might as well use it here. Obviously, it would have been perhaps smarter to do that stuff in the last combat, then Harsk wouldn't have had to shoot his arrow. So now we're going to recharge the staff. At this point, I'd really love to find the henchman, because I already gotten rid of most of my hand. It's Disjunction Pulse. Recharge each card that has the magic trait. I mean, I could spend like a badillion blessings to make this. Getting up to an 18 when you're rolling d6s is not a good time. I mean, I have 2 dice there, and nothing there, and 2 dice there. So it'd be 5 dice to an 18. It's not good enough. I'm just going to let this recharge away my longsword. And let this shuffle back in. There's a 50-50 chance it ends up being underneath the henchman, so I feel like it's worth trying. I'm actually going to do this to explore again, because if I find the henchman, I'm fine with beating it up with my fists, and then Well, I think this works. I think if your hand's empty, this works. I'm pretty sure that works. We're... Oh, shit. Well, we're about to find out. Oh, my God. Yes, we are. All right, so this will be 2 dice because Blessing of Gorham is up. 91%'s a little bit loose. Can't use... all right, I'm going to recharge this for another thing. Man, I really hope that that works the way I think it should work. Because... Yeah, see, it worked. Alright, wow, that was like one of the few times where I'm like, I think it works a certain way, maybe. And it actually did work that way. So, yeah, that was fantastic. We actually didn't spend that many resources. I mean, some people spent some blessings, but it was fine. I guess we're going to go here. Obviously, I'm not going to stay here. Wisdom and Perception's not my jam. Wait, what the? Oh, I'm over here. Oh, right. Well, Charisma Diplomacy and Charisma Diplomacy are definitely not my jams. So I guess I'm going to have to discard a card and go to the temple. Annoying as that is. Alright. So I'm going to recharge this orb or not. I hate how Driving Rain applies to recharge checks. That's such a pain in the ass. Okay. So then. Ezrin's up at the academy. He's got 2 auguries. This is not the best place to augur. I guess I should have started at the garrison just in case he had an augury, but that's fine. What we'll do is I'm going to cast augury, naming monster. If I get a monster, I get a monster. If I don't, I don't. These are not good spells. I would have actually gotten a free extra explore there, but it's kind of okay that I shuffled it up. It's kind of okay anyway, because by shuffling it up, I give a chance for the henchman to reappear closer to the top than the henchman previously was. And because there's Driving Rain, it's actually harder than usual for me to pick up spells and get those free extra explorations. Well, case in point, Blizzard. Picking it up would be nice. I don't have any freeway. This is Era still, unfortunately. If I had rechargeable blessings, I'd use them. Since I don't, I'm just going to let this go. And I might as well use Paste. I don't know. Hopefully I find another spell. Because if I find a non-spell, that means I would have gotten a free turn next time. Nope, there's a spell. Okay. Tragically, my augmented spellbook is stuck because of the Pyromaniac Mage on top of my deck, which is very annoying. This thing is not that good, and I have no chance of getting it. No rechargeable blessings. So yeah, I guess this... maybe when Driving Rain is out, this is not exactly his jam. Should I cast Augury again? Oh, why did I click on that button? Sure. I have a decent chance now of finding at least a regular monster, if not the henchman. And again, I find nothing. Well, Amber should have given me 50-50 odds of stumbling into the henchman. As it is, that got shuffled away. So these auguries, unfortunately, were not the greatest auguries of all time. Alright. Well, that's the turn, then. Now, Sione's up. And I guess scrying is the move. Anything have more than 3 monsters? No, not really. Alright, I guess we'll just scry the garrison. It's got the most monsters. Hopefully we don't find the villain and shuffle it all up. That's very unlucky. These are pretty dumb items, dumb cards, so I'm glad I didn't have to deal with them. And there is value in the shuffle of that deck, but obviously it would have been nicer to actually find something. Okay, can I actually even... if I find a henchman, I get totally dicked over. I have nothing I can use. Fiery Bolt's no good, Poison Blast no good, Scorching Ray's no good. This is actually like a serious problem. I probably should have had Sione start next to Ezrin so that Ezrin could pass her a playable spell. Let's take a look. How far apart are they? They are really far apart. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do exactly. Just hand wipe if I find the henchman. Her strength's a D4. Alright, well, let's explore once, I guess. God damn it. Alright, we're gonna try it. It's kind of rough with combat 20. But, you know, let's just have everybody team up here. Team effort, and see what we can do. So, Shalyn is nothing. Lemashtu. Okay, Lemashtu, that'll give 2 dice. So let's bury those. I guess everyone's just got to throw down what they have. This might not be worth it, honestly, but... what is this? Iomedae does not really do much for me. Alright, you're going to bury this for 2d4s, and I'm going to... alright, he's just going to shoot away his bow. Alright, 93% is the best we can do. Let's try it. Alright, we got it. So she poked it to death with her index fingers. And now I did use a lot of blessings for that, but at least I closed the location. Now here with this troubadour, I got a 95% chance. That's too low. Let's make that 99% and close this place up. So I don't know if it was worth it to spend that many blessings, but I do have a fair amount of healing, and I think it was better than just like doing nothing. All right, so she's got teleport, augury. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a bit of a weird line. I'm gonna actually go augury on blessings. If I find blessings, then what I can do is I can put them on the bottom of the deck. So the idea here is that in this particular situation, picking up blessings is bad because it makes me have to, what's her face? It makes me have to end my turn if I pick them up. So there's no real, I don't want to necessarily find them. I just want to put them on the bottom of the deck. All right, inflict is junk. I would have actually picked it up if it wasn't for driving rain, but it is still junk, so I don't actually care. And I did not get a cure card, unfortunately. All right, Harska's up. So what we're going to do is just pop goes the eagle here on top. Make sure that he doesn't need, make sure he doesn't need a weapon for what he's about to do here. All right, he needs a weapon for what he's about to do there. You know, maybe the smarter plan would have been to just use the Revelation Quill. Oh, that would have been so much smarter than what I did. God, I'm bad at this game. All right, well, I guess what I'm going to do then is I'm going to Revelation Quill. We'll do the Academy. Try to organize, oh, there's a henchman. Okay, great. Hilarious. Well, Paralyze, I don't want. Elven Sharpshooter, I don't want. So I guess Ezrin's going to be fighting that. And Harsk, Combat 12. It's going to be Combat 15, Combat 17. I don't really see much of a point to this. So I'm just going to pass the turn, unfortunately. It's a bit weird. I should have really quilled this place so I could have reorganized things. Well, I got his Crown of Charisma. At least there's that. So I did close 2 locations, though I spent a lot of blessings to do it, and I am about to close a third. I've closed 3 locations. I'm about to close a 4th, so I really shouldn't complain too much. It's going pretty well, I think. All right, now this thing you got to be careful. My turn will end. Diplomacy. Yeah, I don't even like this blessing very much, so I'm just gonna let it go. All right, now I've got Pallegina here, so I'll spend a blessing to explore, and then I'll Pallegina to heal that blessing back. There's a ghoul. I don't think I need both of these weapons. Fanged Falcon is whatever. I like the reroll on the spiked chain, even though it's probably mathematically not as good as the Fanged Falcon. Oh, right, you have to recharge a card. God darn it. All right, well, I guess I'm going to recharge the spiked chain and then use Pallegina to heal. Though, I guess it's risky because I might not draw another weapon, but we'll try it. Pit of Malfashenker. Well, it's a safe blessing. Am I mispronouncing it? Malfashnecker. I've been mispronouncing it this whole time. Pit of Malfashnecker. Alright, there's another weapon. There's 2 weapons. Okay, so we're fine. Alright, Mary's up. Does she need to go to the temple? I mean, I think she has to just suck it up and go to the temple, doesn't she? I guess I could fight this for Harsk, if I wanted to, for some reason. But yeah, Harsk's got the thing, the Crown of Charisma. Yeah, we're just gonna go and lose a card. It's not the end of the world. I don't think I need armor here, so we're just gonna get rid of the armor. And what do we got? Yeah, we got blessings on the bottom. Okay. Hey! So now the Demon Sister. Well, that's fine. So let's reveal that. And recharge that. And Harsk can shoot away a blessing. 97%. Is that good enough? 97%. It's not really good enough. Let's recharge this Blessing of Iomade. I just really don't want any shenanigans here. There's 2 blessings on the bottom that I've kind of explored away. I do not want to dither around and have like a random 3% chance of failing. So that place closed automatically, which is obviously nice. We've now closed 4 places and about to close a 5th, so I've been pretty lucky here, frankly, because I've managed to, what's her face? I've managed to not find the villain. So everything's nice, and I'm closing off soon-to-be 5 places. So the villain's either here, here, or here. Gotta think about what Amiri wants to do. I think what Amiri wants to do is just move here and then go to the garrison on her next turn. That seems like the most logical option. Does Kira want to move with Amiri? Well, Kira doesn't have to move with the Miri, so I'm just going to leave Kira where she is. Kira's not going to the garrison. Alright, Ezran's up. He's going to be fighting a thing. He's got the Force Orb and the Disintegrate to do it, so everything's fine. You could even say it's peachy. Oh, right, I got a freaking... I forgot about this. Okay, well, let's do that. So I need to make this arcane check. This is extremely critical. Anybody got 2 of them? What is this? Shellin? Oh, somebody's got to have a Shellin, right? Come on. Shellin? No. Oh, there's a Shellin. Alright, so that's going to be recharged. 97%. That's not good enough. It's not... Well, is it? I mean, if I fail this, I'm punching it with a D6. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'm going to just play a blessing. I think I'm doing really well here. You gotta be kidding me. Thank you. I almost actually flipped those dice. Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty well here. I can afford to spend those blessings to just play it super safe. Alright, Harsk will shoot away. Gosrick could come in handy for closing a location. 98%, alright. A little close-ish, but that's fine. I actually cannot succeed at recharging this card. That is quite the bummer. Well, I rolled minimum anyway, but still, damn. Alright, so now to close this, I'm going to need some help. I guess this is where I'm going to use the Blessing of Gazra for 2 dice. I only fail if I roll 3 1s, which is very unlikely. And we close this off, having found no spells, tragically. Oh, hey, cool, I get to shuffle a spell. Nice, let's get Disintegrate back. I think that's more useful than Haste. I'm doing very well in time. I've closed almost all the locations, with 5 out of 8 locations, with only a third of the clock expired, and the Disintegrate is doubly useful here because it gives Ezran a way to kill the villains and henchmen. Okay, so she's got Teleport. She could use it to go anywhere she wants to. Is there a henchman on top here? No, there's a Faceless Stalker. Why don't we just go there? I can always teleport later. And just fight this thing for now. Okay. So I don't have a combat spell, which means I'm using the Necklace of Fireballs, which is a bit annoying. Well, I can actually... How good is this? Let's take a quick look here. How good is it actually into big? 79%? Yeah, it's not that great. Let's just pop this thing. Blorp. And that should be good enough. And I have to make this recharge check, or else it is banished forever. Alright, we managed to do it. Okay, so I don't want to explore again, because then if I find the henchman, it sucks. So let's end the turn. Now, do I want to teleport over to the academy? If I do, Ezran can give me Force Bolt, but unfortunately, Lightning Bolt and Scorching Ray are ineffective against villains. On the other hand, Ezran can always Medusa Mask if he finds the villain or henchman, whereas she cannot. So, yes, I think... What? Oh, I see. So I will actually teleport. I'm not going to teleport Hars, because I need him to actually close this place. But I'll teleport her over here, which I guess is kind of handy how that worked. Pretty cool. And then I got some more things that don't work against the villains and henchmen. Awesome. All right. Yeah, Hars can just stay over there. Well, hang on. Hang on. Okay, because if the villains here... If the villains here were kind of in a pickle. Because if the villain is here, Hars is not going to make it through all those places by himself. What's her charisma to D6? She's going to have to do a charisma diplomacy 15 check to close it. So it's sort of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Because she really sucks at closing this if she finds the henchman. But if... I figured it out. All right, just going to go here. Here's what I'm going to do, guys. If I find the henchman, I'm just going to evade and go to the temple. And then Harsk can just be a temp closer. And the other characters can pile drive the other remaining locations. If she finds the villain, though, she can just kill it. Cape of Escape is garbage. All right. I think I'm just going to do this goblin. I don't really mind that too much. If I find the villain, it kind of sucks because Amiri never actually put herself in the garrison, so I won't be winning yet. But those are pretty small odds. All right. And do I keep exploring using these blessings? No. Alright, I guess we'll just end the turn. I don't think I need to do anything fancy. Let's Spyglass here. Okay, no villain or henchman. What is this? D6 to your non-combat intelligence check. You may play another item. It is interesting. I don't think it's actually worth it. If it was intelligence check period, then yeah, but intelligence checks are not common enough. So I'm gonna leave it in the same order and just let this thing go. And then I guess I might as well pop the eagle. And we'll look at the top of the garrison. Just to see what's there. It's an elven chain shirt. How unexciting. Well, that's that. Scouting is wasted because I have this ally there. I already know what it is. And we're up back against to Sione. So she's in these Veils of Pride with the Pit of Malfschnecker. And I do have a magic full plate so I can block the damage. I think I may. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. 2d6 in the... Yeah, I mean, I already have the Flask of Lightning. These are kind of hard to use because they only work at your current location. Alright, whatever. Come on, let's live life a little bit. Let's take some damage. Alright, 2 fire damage is kind of annoying, actually, because this does not do fire damage. But what we can do is I can discard this, and I can discard the Flask of Force. This is only the arcane, so she wouldn't use it anyway. It would get banished, so we'll just discard both of them. Wait, what? Oh, it's each character. Shit. I did not realize that that was each character at the location. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have. Okay. Sunburst. Oh, that would be... I don't know how good this really is. I mean, I haven't been really emphasizing spells with Kira or Sela. And they're both better off using weapons, but 3d8 and the d10, let's say for Kira, plus 3 is pretty good, honestly. It's pretty good. Alright, we'll try picking it up. Let's see how this goes. 16%, okay. Yabba Dabba Doo is the current thing. I mean, I could use both of these blessings for extra dice. Let's try this one. 66, okay, we'll take a 66% chance. Alright, we got lucky and got it. Alright, cool. Gotta recharge. I guess I'll recharge away my beloved Spike Chain plus 1. Because I succeeded at a check, so I have to recharge a card. I always forget that. And I have to bury one because I picked up a spell. Right, well, I guess she's not going to be using this, so we'll discard it. Alright, that's enough of dicking around. Let's see if we can get something good here. Alright, we got the stupid shield. I mean, it's a level 5 shield. I don't know, is it any good? Reveal to add some traits to your check. Reveal to reduce damage. This actually is good that it's a reveal to block electricity damage, which is kind of handy. But it's still not an armor. I don't think I still would have used it. Because it's just so handy to be able to bury a card and block all the damage. Alright, so now every place is covered, so I just need to basically, you know, find the villain in 16 turns. Let's do a quick bit of math here, shall we? We got 9 cards there, and 6 cards there, and 6 cards there. Well, that's, you know, 21 cards. Not everyone necessarily makes forward progress every time. She's got 11 cards left. Not a lot of blessings. All right, I don't know. I'm gonna do it. Let's just go one more time. Grindylow. All right. Well, let's reveal that and shoot an arrow. I guess I don't need the black arrow longbow and the flaming returning axe. Crud. This is a little loosey. All right, there. Let's do the Orb of Storms. Just to make sure we're playing it safe here. Okay, and that's that. Do I need to move anybody? Well, if I moved Ezrin or Sione, I could have them go to this place. And Ezrin actually wouldn't mind being there. His wisdom's a d10. So I think I'm going to pull him over. You don't really want to double up at the garrison, as I'm sure you know by now. Because then everybody has to fight that monster, which kind of sucks. So I'm kind of okay with it. Blorp. It's gone. And Ezrin's up. Oh no! The whole point was to have him pass a card to Sione. Golly, I forgot about that. Okay, well, I guess Amiri can do a fight. We'll do this. And, actually, I'm gonna use the monkey to get this thing. This is a rare use for the monkey because that picks it up and then I get an extra exploration. Although, this isn't a weapon I'm ever going to use, so I guess I could have just discarded the monkey to explore. It was maybe not the smartest plan. Alright, so Mary has to fight this thing. I don't care about that too much, because I don't want this headband of wisdom. And I can re-roll this if I fail, so I'm just going to roll a 77% chance thing. There we go. I had another weapon, so I didn't care about getting rid of that one. Now, for you, let's use Lightning Bolt, because the villain is immune to it. Let's use the Orb of Ice for 2d4. Boom. Okay, that was a bit loose, 97%. I probably should have had Harsk shoot an arrow. Hey, that's actually a really nice pickup. So, now I can augur this place. I did just fight a monster, unfortunately, so the odds of getting the monster or henchman are lower, but it's something, and even if there are no monsters on top, it shuffles the deck, which gives the henchman another chance to appear near the top. Okay, we got a Tickwood Boar, not exactly the scariest enemy in the land, but hey, it gets rid of it, so now only, yeah, all the monsters are gone. The boar's on the bottom, so the worry of this place having duplicated fights is over. There's just one monster there, and the rule only applies to non-villain, non-henchman monsters. Okay, that was pretty productive. Okay. Now what I guess I'm going to do is I'm going to have Sayoni come here as well. She can then be at the same location as Ezrin. Alright, Sayoni, get over here, girl. If she does find a henchman or villain, she could use the Wand of Enervation. And punch it pretty effectively with her fists, I think. It's not the greatest. It's not the greatest. Oh, hang on. Amiri has a spyglass. Why don't we use that? That way we can make sure that she doesn't fight the henchman or villain. Alright, so it's just a bunch of garbage. Great. So, she will just pass on this thing. And let's take a look. Would I actually use this Rune Chill Hatchet? A d8 plus 2, 2d6 in the cold trade. It's pretty good. D8 plus 2 and then another 2d6 is solid. Can Amiri pick this up? It's going to be a strength melee 16. Her melee is d12 plus 6, so she has to get a 10 on some dice. It's a bit tough even with bearing a card. Nah, we're going to do this. Just pound it through. And then, much as it pains me, I'm going to actually use Papa Xantus just to get him out of my hand, basically. Didn't even waste it that much. Yeah. So now Ezrin can pass her either a spell that can kill the henchman villain or a Medusa Mask. Now let's take a look at what's going on here. So here we have Khan of the Wise. Alright, that's the place I want to scry, I think. So let's have Kira just blast through this person. I don't care about picking her up. And now Sayoni can scry that location, which is a virgin location that has no scouting information of any kind. Alright, there's the Elu Demon Sister, and it's nice we get to avoid having to fight the werewolf. This does mean that the villain is either in the garrison or in that wacky place, whatever it is. This place. Okay, so let's take a look. Do I want to have to fight the Elu Demon Sister now? No, because I don't have the ability to close this. Alright, so we're going to just pass the turn. I probably should have actually... yeah, what I should have done was discard some of those weapons, because I got so many damn weapons. But okay, we have a Crown of Charisma. We can kill this thing. We're good to go. Let's do this thing. Luckily, she's not opposed to being killed with conventional weaponry. Let's use the Black Arrow Ranger here for good effect. 76%. I'm liking it. Alright, let's go ahead and pop a Blessing. 96%. And... sure, let's... this is... oh, that's Melee Fortitude. Okay, I might as well save that, I guess. She's pretty hale and hearty. She can use a Blessing there. 99%. Alright, so we got this thing to die. Crown of Charisma, definitely earning its keep. This would be a major headache if it wasn't for this item right now. I mean, obviously, if I didn't have the Crown of Charisma, Harsk wouldn't have been here, but it would have been a pain. Sayoni wouldn't have been able to go gallivanting with Ezrin. She would have had to stick around. God damn it. She would have had to stick around here. Let's do it the right way, please. Thank you very much. So, the villain is either in that one weird place, or it is at the garrison. Let's pop the eagle here. Have I examined this? I actually have not. Although Sela's about to scout it, so it does literally nothing. I guess I might as well do this place. And find Mistress Delvaheen. Okay, well, it's got to be Amiri fighting her, because I don't want to have to deal with Ezra having to make this check. I just got to make sure that Amiri has an armor, and I think we're good to go. Alright, does Amiri have an armor? Well, she doesn't at the moment. Is her armor discarded? It is. Oh, right. I totally forgot about that. I should have kept the armor. The villain does do damage. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, no, I want that. Oh, that would have been so good. Okay, well, it's a bit too difficult now. Great Club is not so great. Of course I pick it up. Do I get to, can I just bury it? Oh, I don't even want to pick it up. Oh, God. Okay, well, I guess we're going to recharge some of these extra weapons. Do I bury it? Is that, no, it's not one of the things. Alright, I don't see a particular reason to explore here because we just found the greatest item of all time and it's beyond our reach. I just need to be able to defeat the villain. So, the main problem is if Ezrin attacks her, then somebody is going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 damage, which is a problem. Yeah. He has the stupid short spear. If Sione attacks her... if Sione attacks her, it's a little different, because if Sione attacks her, she's going to have these 2 plus the 1 that Ezrin gives her, so it's going to be 3. Someone takes 3 damage. I think it actually kind of works out. Oh, we do need to make sure that we can close this place, though. What is this? Wisdom or Perception 12, so it's going to be Wisdom or Perception 15? That's actually non-trivial. Crud. It would be nice to just close this and not have to worry about closing it with the villain in place. Alright, I'm going to discard Poog. And then go again. Dog. Well, if I get this dog, then my turn ends. So it doesn't actually matter if I get it or not. It helps D10 with Perception, but if you do Perception, because I don't have actually the skill in Perception, I would end up throwing a D4. The only person who has Perception is Harsk, but he's 2 locations away from there. And he doesn't have it, and yeah, neither of them has a Stride or a Haste, unfortunately. So I'm going to let this dog go. Do I have any cure spells? I do have 2 cures, so I'm going to just keep going here. Alright, there's the Eludemon sister. So my main concern is just killing her. Not killing her, but my main concern is being able to close the location. I got Pallegina back. It's that weird bug. It has this weird interaction with the flipping ability. Why is... Oh my god. Okay, that was... For a second there, I thought I got robbed of my falcon. I don't think this is the time to use the wand. Or is it? This actually is the time to use the wand, isn't it? I don't need it against the villain. I'm going to have all of my blessings against the villain. Well, hang on a second. What can Harsk contribute to the war effort here? He's going to recharge that. No, that's stupid. He's going to recharge, say, the Sage. Although the Eagle, he doesn't need the Eagle anymore. So he'll say he recharges the Eagle, and then he can just shoot this bow. 97? I don't really want to spend a blessing here. If I fail, the Spyglass gets shuffled up. Alright, we'll take a 97% chance. Okay, we killed the thing. Now the main concern is, I'm going to recharge this so I'm not cheating as much. Can I close that location? So let's try. I've got a D8 for Wisdom. Oh, I lose my Mass Cure. Shellin is the top card. Oh, I should have hung on to my Blessings of the God. Oh, there's a Blessing of the Gods. So that's 2 dice right there. And we're up to 78%, just like that. 94%. And 99. Alright, there we go. Okay, this is kind of the rare situation where, due to some good skill, some bad skill, and some fortune, I actually closed every single one of the locations. All that's left now is the villain sitting astride her deck. Oh, this is very interesting. I could actually get that Spyglass Electricity, fire, and poison. Oh wow, this is very similar to the henchman and the villain of this location. Okay, so I need to get over there. I need to cast augury. That's what needs to happen. Does Ezra have an augury by any chance? He does. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I could defeat the villain now, but I want that spyglass. So I'm sorry that this is gonna take a little bit longer than usual, but I'm gonna get that damn spyglass. I'm sorry. It's gonna happen. So there's a couple different ways I can do it. I can either just punch the succubus and then have Sela scout on her turn, which would make this shield go to the bottom. Anything about using weapons? Nothing against using weapons. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just do this. I'm gonna move over here. And fight the succubus. Blorp. 91. Alright. I don't think we need we definitely don't need a spyglass anymore. So yeah. Take those 98% odds. Kill the succubus. And now, let me think about this. I could actually pull Harsk or Kira over. What does that do exactly? Nothing. They're not going to be the ones fighting the villain. So, yeah, we're fine here. This is totally fine. She got armor. Alright, so now she's ready to do the villain fighting. Okay, so that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna go over here with Ezrin. Cast augury. Actually, is it worth trying to get this shield? Constitution, Fortitude, 14, and I still am not actually sure I'd actually use it. I mean, it's got so many cool things. You can move with it. You can reveal it to block damage, which is definitely nice for the electricity. Oh, man, you just can't bury it to block all the damage, and that's sort of the problem. All right, I am just going to stick to my guns. We're going to go ahead and cast it on. Item, a very rare choice for augury, to be sure. Put the shield back in. And now we're going to try to pick up that. Oh, blocked. We're going to pick up that spyglass. I wish I had swipe or a monkey so I could automatically get it. But can't have everything, I suppose. So I need to recharge a card. I probably don't need a short spear plus 3. There's the magic spyglass. Now we need some blessings. There's actually not that many blessings left over. Oh, man. Alright, well, we can use a rechargeable blessing, and I guess I will use... There's only one combat check for the villain, so I guess I should use the blessings from the hands of people who have more than one blessing. Alright, so we got the spyglass. I have to recharge something. It's not going to be the most impressive villain takedown, but... it'll be alright. I'm gonna... Oh god, hang on a second. I'm gonna bury this orb because the villain's immune to fire. Rather annoyingly. And sure, I'll explore again. Wait, why is this place open? Didn't I close it? Hold up. Wait a minute. Didn't I close this place with Sela? Why is it open? What the hell's going on? Did I fail a check against the henchman? Oh my god, suddenly I'm like really confused. Huh. I don't actually understand what's happening here. I don't know how I got so confused or why this place is open, but I don't have any way of really making sure I close this place now. I thought Sela closed it. I really thought she had. 92% is gonna have to do it, I guess. Oh god, that was really close. Okay. This could have become a total disaster. I don't know what the hell's going on. Why is this place open? Am I just having like terrible memory lapse? Did Sela fail to close it, or did I choose not to close it? Or did I roll bad on this? Wait, why is it asking me to close it? Oh my god, this is a total bug. Hang on, is there some kind of thing that's like, you can't close this place? Okay. There's clearly a bug here. This place won't close. Yeah, because Ezrin just made the check to close it and it didn't close. Right. Alright, so we're gonna have to fight the villain twice. Because Ezrin, first of all, forgot to give Sione her damn card, so Sione's gonna have to be punching this thing, which she doesn't want to do. Okay, so Sione is gonna go here, and I'm gonna try to remember to have Ezrin give her a freaking card next time. Close location, you can't. Even if you succeed at the check, you can't. So someone has to go fight the villain, and then on top of that, the villain has to be fought again, I suppose. Alright, I guess I'll move Kira over to the temple. Not that it matters, but I have all these extra weapons. And I suppose I really don't need that many weapons. Okay, Horse kind of has the same deal. I don't really need all this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and save their armors. They might be able to pass the armors off on other people who need them more. Alright, I'm not gonna try closing this location. I will cast Cure on myself, because I am desperately close to dying, and of course I roll the bare minimum. Nice. Let's go ahead and flip a card. Losing an armor is a bit unfortunate, because I kind of need those. Now, does Scylla want to fight the villain? Well, not really, because after she takes damage, she's going to be empty-handed, so she doesn't want to fight the villain. This is her last turn. So I guess that's it for that. There's a Mass Cure. Alright, Amiri's really close to dead. Oh my god, Amiri almost freaking died. Jesus. Alright, let's Mass Cure Amiri. Get minimum value. Scylla gets to heal herself as well. Alright, there we go. There's a good healing effort. This isn't even worth trying to recharge it. Okay, let's get rid of that. It did its job. Amiri doesn't have a weapon for some reason. Why doesn't Amiri have a weapon in her hand? I don't understand what the hell's going on. Let's go ahead and cure Amiri some more. So Amiri can go punch the villain with her fists. I'm actually kind of tempted to do that at this point, just because we really need to get a move on. We're down to 4 turns, so everybody gets 1 more turn, basically, and we gotta get to work. So let's go ahead and... I was tempted to have Ezrin go over here and Magic Spyglass, see if there was a good weapon in there, but at this point, I just want to make sure I win. So let's do that. Okay, so then, fighting this Mistress with my bear. Oh, actually, will it let me temp close it? God, that's the thing. I don't want to spend blessings to temp close it if it doesn't actually work. All right, we got 1 blessing. We got a few blessings. We got a few blessings. All right, there's 2 blessings here. She can't spend them both. I guess I'll spend 1 on the closing. Only 1 blessing there, nothing that helps there. Only 1 blessing there. Okay, so I'm not gonna spend any blessings from anyone who only has 1. What is this? Fire trait. Well, I'm not gonna have the fire trait because the villain is immune to fire. Okay, so I'm trying to close this place temporarily. Does it actually trigger it? Okay, it does. I really hope this works. So here's the wisdom check. I'm gonna fail it. Oh, but it's not actually gonna deal any damage because I don't. Oh, the joke's on you. I don't have any weapons or attack spells, so I don't take any damage. Let's rage against the machine. Harsk can now go wild. He can do that. He can do that. He can do this. She can do this, and she can do this. Oh, I forgot about the Wand of Enervation. God damn it. Well, it shouldn't matter, I don't think. Okay, that was respectable. Now, did it trigger the temp? Okay, the temp closing worked. So I actually cheated unintentionally. I had a mental brain fart. Didn't realize that the place should have been closed. I should not have been able to get that spyglass. I don't know why I just, like, took it in stride that the place I had just spent a bunch of blessings closing wasn't closed. But we got a magic spyglass, and a slightly more exciting finish. Let's take a look at our reward here. Is this some kind of a feat? Oh boy, it's a power feat! Woot woot! Alright, so I can go up to hand size 7, or I can get my Inspired Grace up to +2. So here's the deal. I think ordinarily I'd go up to +2, but because of that stupid wildcard power that lowers your hand size by 2, makes hand size even more valuable. Alright, Amiri took the main things I wanted, which was the thick skin. So now I definitely want another hand size. Ezrin. Let's keep on with the strategy. Adding electricity and fire is very important because these are actually the 2 most common combat traits that he's got with the lightning bolts and the fiery bolts and stuff. So adding that on is, I think, more valuable than a 9th card. Her hand size is maxed at a relatively low 7. So what do I got? I can either make her blast that I never use a little bit better. I can make this work every once in a blue moon. Or I can up my resistances. Let's go ahead and up the resistances. I feel like that's the most valuable thing. Kira, okay, all of her power feats are just garbage, so we're gonna just take another hand size. And then Harsk, I think there's nothing but garbage, so he's just gonna become really good at sniping. There it is. Alright, now for the cleanup. So definitely not a great club. Sunburst. Does Kira have room for Sunburst? I mean, she's definitely going to have to give up something. I've been liking improved guidance and strength. They've been kind of coming in handy, I gotta say. Anybody have any junk spells? And they can give in for an augury? This teleport. I don't know, man. I've tried it. I've used it one time, and even then it wasn't, like, game-changing or anything. I'm going to get rid of teleport. I'm going to get rid of it. So the idea here is that we can... Okay. Oh, okay. This is how you're going to play it? That's how you're going to play it? Okay, we're going to give a augury to Sione. And then Kira can try the Sunburst. See how that goes? Okay, Ezrin needs to get rid of a short spear +3, which I don't think is good enough to keep. I mean, D6 +3 is sort of like a D8 +2. I guess it's kind of as good as some of the things I have. It's the same as a Warhammer. Yeah, it's better than a Warhammer +2. This is a D8 +2 versus D6 +3, but this adds a D6, whereas this adds a D12 if you discard it. So we'll do it like that. Kira, Great Club +1. I don't think it's as good as Warhammer +2. Flaming Ace +1 is pretty damn bad, though. I'm gonna get rid of it. I think the time of the fire stuff is more or less past. Oh, magic spyglass. Okay, well, who wants it? I don't think this thing needs to go in any particular person's inventory, so we'll just see if someone has bad items. Like a Miri. Now, the problem here is Miri has all these spying tools, which is a bit odd. Maybe we should spread the love a little bit. Let's give a Miri this healing poultice. And then we'll give Sela this coal. Flask of Force. I might have too many flasks, honestly. Although this necklace, how good is it? I mean, it definitely struggles because whenever there's driving rain or anything that makes checks harder, it's always at risk of being banished. Let me think about this. What if I took the Flask of Force instead of the necklace? There's some overlap. If I'm forced to punch things, I get a 2d6. Obviously, it's not as good as getting 3d6 +12. Ezrin has already got 3 of these. I mean, I could get rid of the Orb of Fire. It's only a single d4. But this works on anybody, whereas Flask of Force only works on Ezrin. But then again, Ezrin kind of wants to be able to help himself. So maybe let's do this. Yeah, let's try it. Orb of Fire now. Does anyone have any garbage items? She's got an Orb of Magic. And... Sione. I guess I can give it to Harsk. I mean, Harsk would have to banish it when he uses it. But I don't really want to get rid of any of his items either. Okay, we're going to get rid of the Orb of Fire. If I find there's some monsters in the deck that like are only defeated if you have the fire or acid trait, so losing the Orb of Fire is marginally worse against those, but just because those random monsters can come up sometimes, I don't think is worth keeping an item that only adds a d4 to a combat check, which at this point is a little bit on the weak side. Okay, well anyway folks, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I will see you again soon for some Thessalonian Sin action. Take care.